Alexa, set a timer for 15 minutes.
15 minutes, starting now.
By now, I'm sure just about all of you know what the Amazon Echo is. And seeing as how it's one of the most popular electronic items on all of Amazon, with almost 30,000 reviews and an average 4.5 star rating, I decided to pick one up and to see what all the hoopla was about. The Amazon Echo sells for $179, and you can do all kinds of different things with it, like ask for the weather, give you the news, play some music, and control some of your home automated devices. If you've seen some of my other videos reviewing the Hue lighting system, you'll know that most of my condo is on Hue lights. So the idea of being able to control all those lights using voice commands was something I wanted to check out and also see how much value and convenience it added to other areas of my everyday life. For this review, I've set it up for use mainly in my kitchen, because that's where I think it makes the most sense to put. So first I'll start with a quick overview of the design and setup of the Echo, go over what I found to be the most useful commands and functions, and then give you my overall impressions on how it performed as a daily companion, and see if it lives up to all the hype. The Amazon Echo is roughly the size of a large Bluetooth speaker, and it can function as one as well as play music from a few different music sources, like Pandora, Amazon Prime Music, and iHeartRadio. It also has 7 microphones on top of the device, which lets it hear you from any direction, and in my experience worked really well, as it was able to pick up my voice pretty easily from anywhere in my condo, and even was able to hear me over my noisy dryer and dishwasher. It was also able to pretty easily distinguish my voice over background music, so I have to say the mic technology on the device worked really well. The Echo also needs to be plugged in, so it's not a device you're going to want to be constantly moving around into different rooms. There are just 2 physical buttons on the top, a mic off button, and an action button that you can press to talk to Alexa. And the top part has a ring which you can use to manually control the volume. The overall build quality on it doesn't seem super premium to me, but its plastic outer shell is nice enough and it does have a good weight to it overall. Setup was fairly simple and straightforward. You just download the Alexa app, then connect the Echo to your home network through your phone, and follow through a couple prompts. I also paired it via Bluetooth with my phone, which was easy because all you have to do is say Alexa pair Bluetooth.
Connected to Echo. Go ahead and finish the setup in your Echo app.
I had it up and running in just a couple minutes, and it easily found my Hue lights and a couple connected Wemo switches that were on my network, once I just quickly searched for connected devices using the app. Now I find most voice recognition on devices to be pretty bad, since it's tough to be completely confident when using the technology, and people generally end up playing with it for a few minutes on a given device, and then end up not really using it very much. I think this is mostly because if it misses a command or makes you repeat something even 10% of the time, it can create enough frustration to make you want to forget it and just do the task manually. With the Echo, I found the voice recognition to be pretty much the best I've ever used. It definitely wasn't perfect, but I wanted to go ahead and give you a quick demo of it just so you can kind of see how it performed, and then we'll come back and take a quick look at the Alexa app. So what I want to do is just run through, I wrote down a bunch of different things that I kind of use Alexa for, and I just want to give you a demo of how well she responds to voice recognition. So I didn't practice any of these things, but I do have a list I'm going to kind of run through real quick. I'm just going to walk around the room here and just rattle off these things just so you can get a sense of how well she really responds to voice recognition. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now in Atlanta, it's 64 degrees.
Alexa, stop. Alexa, how do you spell ammunition?
Ammunition is spelled A-M-M-U.
Alexa, stop. Alexa, when do the Hawks play?
The Hawks will play tonight at 8 p.m. away against the Thunder.
Alexa, play the hip-hop Pandora station.
Getting your today's R&B and hip-hop hits radio from Pandora.
Alexa, stop. Alexa, how many ounces in a cup?
1 cup equals 8 fluid ounces.
Alexa, what does ambivalent mean?
The word ambivalence means mixed feelings or emotions.
Alexa, lights off.
Okay.
So as you can see, Alexa works well enough to enjoy being able to use day in and day out, and I found missed commands infrequent enough to prevent deal-breaker frustration levels. My favorite functions, personally, were definitely checking the weather in the morning, being able to set quick alarms and timers, being able to control my lights, and the ability to add things to a shopping list. It was really great because I could just call out the item as soon as I realized I was out of something without having to remember to jot it down somewhere, which I usually end up forgetting to do. Alexa, add water to the shopping list.
I've added water to your shopping list.
The accompanying Alexa app still seems a little rough though. Within the app here is where you adjust all your settings, such as what news feeds you want to hear, or connecting it to other services like your Google Calendar, so that you can ask Alexa what you have on your schedule for the day. There are other more niche type features that Amazon offers, and it's called Skills, which to me seems like a kind of a mini app store for the Echo, but I couldn't find really one useful thing in there. There's also the ability to use voice to purchase things from Amazon, but to me this is not something that pairs well with voice recognition technology, since you really have to be very specific and there's a high chance of making a mistake or having to clarify what product you actually want to order. Alexa, buy some Crest toothpaste.
Crest 3D White Looks Wide Strips Professional Effects. Teeth Whitening Kit 20 treatments. The order total is $41.76. Should I order it?
No. Also, you can't rearrange your to-do list or shopping list in the app, which makes using the lists in practice a little difficult when you're actually shopping for the products in store. And you can only remove items from your list by manually doing it. You can remedy this by using a service such as IFTTT and linking it to other third-party list apps, such as Wunderlist. Alexa, add batteries to the shopping list.
Batteries added to your shopping list.
And this works nicely, but you end up kind of having to manage two different lists, because when you remove the item off the third-party list, it doesn't remove it off the Alexa list. Now this isn't really a big deal, and you'll just want to kind of go in and clear out the shopping list once in a while in the Alexa app. You're also supposed to be able to do all kinds of other neat things by hooking it up to the IF service. But the couple that I tried related to my Hue lights I couldn't get to work at all, and many of the others that were available seemed like they either added too much complexity or involved remembering awkward syntax to the point that it felt like it was more trouble than it was worth. The music features of the Amazon Echo are nice too, but the speaker sound to me was a little bit disappointing considering it runs off a wall outlet, and based on size I just expected it to sound better than it did, since my big jam box was much nicer and fuller sounding by comparison. It does work good enough for just being in the kitchen or something like that, but the music selection is limited with Amazon Prime, and while you can stream Spotify and other sources to it via Bluetooth, you have to get your phone to launch it anyway, and at that point I'd rather just go ahead and turn on my home stereo. Now if you want to have some light music on to keep you company or are a big Pandora user, then this is actually a pretty nice feature that I imagine most people would enjoy using, just being able to queue up some random music and adjust volume with simple voice commands. Alexa, play some music.
Here's a party station you might like. Lana Del Rey.
As I mentioned earlier, you can call up some podcasts or listen to books from your Audible account, which is great if you use that service as well, but I personally don't. Alexa, play podcast Smart Passive Income.
Getting the latest episode of Smart Passive Income Podcast. Here it is from TuneIn.
This is a Smart Passive Income Podcast with Pat Flynn, special number 191.
The biggest feature to me with the Amazon Echo was being able to control all my condo lights using just my voice. So I have 17 Hue lights in total and 2 Wemo outlet switches, one of which my Christmas tree is plugged into. So turning off the tree or groups of lights or all the lights on or off with simple commands was great. Alexa, IKEA lamp on.
Okay.
Alexa, Christmas tree on.
Okay.
Alexa, spotlight on.
Okay.
Alexa, table lamp on.
Okay.
Alexa, IKEA lamp 30%.
Okay.
Alexa, lights off.
Okay.
So I don't know how other lights work with it, but the downside with the Hue lights is that you can't directly pick colors or select scenes using just the Echo. But hopefully it's something they improve in the future. As it stands now, it basically functions as an expensive but extremely convenient on-off dimmer switch. But as that, it worked really, really well. For my purposes, the Echo worked nicely in my small condo, but I wondered about its use in a bigger household. I definitely think it works best as a tool to be used in the kitchen, as that's mostly where you can use the hands-free assistants, and where most everyone tends to hang out anyway. You can also get a remote to go with it to make it convenient to speak to Alexa when you aren't close by, instead of having to yell across the house. For example, you could keep one by the bedside in case you wanted to turn off all your lights while you were upstairs, or remembered to add something to the shopping list right before bed. Alexa, add gallon Ziploc bags to the shopping list.
Gallon Ziploc bags added to your shopping list.
I also wish there was simpler and more direct integration with other popular home automation devices like the Nest thermostat or the August smart lock, without having to add additional third-party smart hubs to your network. It would be so great to be able to quickly lock your front door with a voice command as well as set the room temperatures. But as it stands now, you kind of have to settle for some hacky workarounds in my opinion. It would also be nice if the Echo had some kind of base where you could easily transport it around the house to different locations, or be able to have multiple Echoes sync up so only one responded to your voice at a time. And I think it could really benefit from having some kind of audio output on the device so you could hook it up to some real speakers, but maybe with the next generation. I can definitely understand why everyone seems to love their Amazon Echo, and I think some people are going to value certain functions and features over others, as not everyone is going to have the same usage scenarios in their day-to-day activities. To me, it all really comes down to how you plan on using it. In its current state, I found just being able to make shopping lists, control all of my lights, and get a weather update while I'm making coffee in the morning to be not only really neat, but fun and incredibly convenient. And they were all functions I used on a daily basis. But at $179, it's a tad bit steep, considering I didn't use it for much else, besides setting timers or the occasional measurement conversion or sports score update. However, with new features and improvements constantly being added by Amazon, I believe it will eventually be able to justify its price. And if you're someone that would use even just a couple more of the features it has available, especially its music abilities, news updates, or for listening to audiobooks, I would definitely recommend checking one out. Well, that's it. Thanks a lot for watching to the end. If you guys did like the video, please remember to share it with somebody you know. You guys take care.